Yo guys, what's going on? It's Kyle here with the car guys. I'm actually joined by a brand new face, Josh Stallworth. He is a Card Fight Vanguard player that I've been keeping my eye on. I've been helping him with his channel a little bit, and he actually has been on an absolute tear as of late. And I want to, showcase him on the channel, and I want to, make his channel known because he is more than likely, from what I've seen, one of the best players in the game right now, and I think that his content is, well worth the watch. If you guys are interested in Vanguard, if you guys want to learn how to play the game, his channel is the way to go. His channel, Card Fight Empire, if you guys can see that right there. Link will be in the description. Definitely go subscribe to his channel. I watch all of his videos as well. He's on the come up. I really had just a couple, and you're like, what do I do? And now you're almost at 500, so you're killing it right now. And introduce yourself and tell us about why you play Vanguard and your achievements and everything.
Awesome. What's up, guys? It's Josh from Card Fight Empire. Like Kyle said, I've been, I guess, on the come up. I had a couple of different tops before I made my channel, but some of the tops after my channel include, like, I just won the Jacksonville, Florida regional event. It was like 400 people. I'm going to Worlds because of that, so I'll be at Worlds in Japan come January 2018.
Nice.
I'll also be at a couple other regionals this year, and I'll also be at ARG Nats. I did win Georgia ARG States a couple months back, like 2 or 3 months back, and then we were at the ARG, the double this weekend, the double tournament, and I won both tournaments. So I am going to go over one of the decks that I won with today. But yeah, those were basically my recent achievements. But definitely, if you guys are interested in Vanguard, I do have a How to Play Vanguard series on my channel. It's a little bit long, but I feel like it's necessary to get down all the know-hows of the game. It's definitely a really fun game, and not as like everyone has this, like, I guess, perceived thing of it, like, oh, Vanguard's a luck sack game, and it very much so was at the beginning, but now it's like, I would say it's pretty much skill based. Awesome. Which is why I'm able to win multiple events. Well,
what deck did you play today? What was the deck name?
Today I played Knightrose, which is kind of hailed as the best deck in the game right now. Yesterday I played Guyz, which is the second best deck in the game.
Awesome. Well, let's see what you played. Let's see the list.
Sure. So I'm going to start with the G Zone. I did play 4 Tempest Ghost. So Ghost just allows you to call a field for Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, and you Soul Blast out amount, and then you call that amount of units to the board. Allows for pressure. It's basically your opening play against your opponent. You want to go into this to set up your board for future plays, and that's basically it.
Okay.
We have 2 Dragret. So Dragret basically is if you need to put pressure on your opponent's board, if your opponent has something that would interfere with what you're trying to do, this can help you blow up their entire board, which is the goal, because if you blow up their entire board, not only do you blow up their entire board, but you get to draw a card for it.
Nice. Okay.
Just by using this. So. And there might be like counterblast costs and stuff like that for these strides, but no counterblasts are relevant in my opinion because of this card, the starter.
Okay.
So the starter basically gets rid of every single cost that you have. We have 2 Negro Songer. Negro Songer, after you've gone through the game, and it's like, if it's pretty late game and you've used a certain amount of strides, it allows you to call a card after its battle, and it gets plus 5,000 for every card face up in the G Zone, which is like your extra deck if you don't watch Vanguard. And so you gain 5,000 power for each one face up, each one basically already used, and it allows you to call a super big card to swing at your opponent, and hopefully they can't block it. We have the new GB8 card, so Generation Break 8. It's what you go into when you're even later in the game than Negro Songer usually, and it allows you to just call 5 units and they get plus 10k. It's really good, helps you not deck out when you call the stand trigger, make the ghosty. We have King Boo, as I call him. So King Boo, what he does is he's also another one of your opening plays, but he's your opening play if what you have already is not good. He's like your failsafe. So you want to go into him when your drop zone's not set up properly. So this is like zombies from Yu-Gi-Oh! So it focuses on calling a lot of things from the drop zone, basically your graveyard. And so if your graveyard's not set up properly, it adds cards from your deck to your graveyard.
Okay.
So pretty cool. Sabree's running every deck in Vanguard pretty much when your opponent basically wants to not allow you to stride by playing on grade 2. We have 2 of the new G Guardian. It's called Negro Nora. Negro Nora basically allows you to Soul Blast 1, and then you can guard with 2 different grades from your drop zone. Pretty good in the rush to get to GB8. We have 2 Negro Lily. Negro Lily allows for really defensive plays on your opponent's turn. So when your opponent attacks you, you can retire your opponent's board with Skeleton Cannoneer. You can add 10k to your Vanguard with Mick the Ghosty. So it's all about defensive plays when you go into Negro Lily, really. And then we have 1 Deep Corpse Dragon. It's basically just to mill your deck out in the early game.
Of course.
We do have 4 Knightrose. It's the main card you want to ride. So we have 2 and 2. They're just different artworks, but they are all 4 the same card. This card, GBA, amazing, almost game breaking, where it allows you to, whenever a card dies once per turn, you can mill the top 3 cards of your deck and call that card back. So a lot of cards have abilities when they're called back, like you can interrupt your opponent while they're attacking and literally straight up kill their card before their card can attack you. And then its counterblast 1 is you just counterblast 1, call something to the board.
Okay.
We do have 1 new Nightrose and 1 Nightstorm. These are kind of like the tech cards. This card allows you to call a unit to the board behind it after you have called a card. So it makes for good columns, and then Nightstorm allows you another attack by calling a card after it attacks. We have 4 Negro Lazy, 3 Skeleton Cannoneer, 3 Negro Rook, and 2 King Serpent. For our grade 2s. So Negro Lazy allows you to counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, call a card if you have Nightrose in your Vanguard name. It's very good for just staying on your field during your opponent's turn, able to call out, you know, basically anything that you have in your drop zone, able to get all the abilities off, and it starts your attack pressure. Skeleton Cannoneer over here basically retires one of your opponent's cards, and you draw a card for it. So you basically get to kill one of your opponent's cards, and if you do it on your opponent's turn and they're mid-battle, it kills them, you draw a card for basically stopping them from attacking you.
Okay.
Negro Rook's basically just a beater. So he gains power just for coming out. So it goes by the thousands in this game. So he gets plus 2,000 just for attacking you, and then he gets 5,000 when he attacks you if he was called from the graveyard.
Okay.
That turn. And then King Serpent, also an MVP card. When it's called, you get to unflip one of your damages and Soul Charge, so you get to refill your resources.
He said Soul Charge. That's a broken card and you get.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Soul Charge is a mechanic in Vanguard. We have 4 Stride Fodders. Everyone in Vanguard that plays Vanguard knows what these are. These allow you to basically stride instead of discarding a grade 3. You can discard one of these.
That's really cool.
Then we have 4 PGs. Protects you from any attack as long as you discard a card when you use it. Pretty standard. We have 4 Negro Bone, another one of the MVP cards in the deck. So if you have Nightrose in its name, after it boosts a unit, you can destroy a card, and then you can call a card from your drop zone. So we're all about the drop zone and the Negroes. But so we have Bail the Ghosty and Fatal Shade also are one of techs in this deck. Bail the Ghosty allows you to, during the battle phase when this card dies, it can put itself to the bottom of the deck, and then you can countercharge one, allowing you for more attacks in combination with this. Fatal Shade allows you to, if you hollow it, at the end of the turn you Soul Blast 1, and then you can put it back to your deck and call any card from your drop zone that's not a grade 1. So you can call Grenache, the starter, you can call a grade 2 Negro Lazy and just keep it there. You can call Skeleton Cannoneer, you can call anything. So we do run our starter and our 1 of 0 tech that's not a trigger. Our starter just countercharges 2 whenever it dies from hollow, so it unflips 2 every time it dies. Chappie the Ghosty, whenever we guard with it, you can choose any card from your deck and send it to your drop zone, which is
that's kind of cool.
Busted.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You can also use it in combination with the new G Guard, because the new G Guard allows you to guard from your drop zone.
Of course.
So we do have 8 critical, 4 stand, and 4 heal. Oh, I put one of the heals in here. All right. So the new heal basically allows you to discard 1, drop 1 when you have this, which is pretty cool. But not necessary. You have the stand that allows you plus 10,000. It gives plus 10,000 to a unit when you call it out from the drop zone, pretty cool. And then you have, last but not least, the 2 most important crits. You have Rampage Shade, goes into the soul when you attack with your Vanguard, and then it allows you soul and also gives you power and draw advantage. And then
Oh my god.
And then we have 4 Rough Seas Banshee, allows you to put into your soul and draw a card. But yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Well, hey man, congrats on going back-to-back this weekend with the States and then winning the actual circuit series as well. Plug your channel one more time so they know exactly where to find you and your channel.
Alright, so our channel is going to be Cardfight Empire. It'll be down in the description below, or in Kyle's description, my description. This channel will probably go on, or this video will probably go on both channels. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, Kyle, and you guys check out Vanguard. It's a great game. And yeah, thank you for having me today.
Also, make sure in the near future you'll check out more collabs with Blair and myself with Josh. We're planning on doing a Card Guys Learn Vanguard series, so that's going to be pretty fun. We'll do that over the course of a few videos, and I'm hoping that I can relearn the game because I used to play a little bit back in the day, like 5 years ago or so, and hopefully Blair can learn. It has been a while, and hopefully that we can learn and actually help each other grow, because eventually, Card Guys are going to be more than just Yu-Gi-Oh! It's going to be card game wide, every single game. So I'm glad we can go ahead and get the second one underway and get this started. Josh, congrats again. Thank you for this video, and we'll see you guys later.
All right, see you guys.